Guys, so it's Lakina Madison again with Tax Every Refunds Company, and I am here to teach you guys how to change your business name. I get this question all the time under all my videos is how to change your business name. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's learn about it so that you guys can be able to change your business name for free. I probably should keep the teaching because my voice just isn't. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and get started because it's a little bit more complex than just changing your name. So I want to make sure that you fully understand exactly how to do it. All right, let's follow along. Make sure you have your pen and paper down because you're going to need to jot down some information that pertains to you. Or, I don't know, screenshot, pause, take a picture. Whichever one that works best for you, just get ready to take some good notes. All right. So the first thing that we need to know is who can request a name change for the business anyway, right? So, of course, the owner, you, the owner, can request a business change, business name change. And then also, you can ask or you can allow authorized individuals to do it as well. And some people want to know what is considered an authorized individual. And those people are, I don't know, your CFOs, your operating managers, your member managers, managers. But you want to make sure that you have in writing that they're authorized to do so. All right. The next thing you need to know is when you change your address, where are you sending it to? And what do you have to do? So the first thing you need to do is, if this is not tax season for you, right? You've already filed your taxes for the year and you need to change your business name with the IRS, right? Because it's very, very important to have your name match everything that you're doing in business because it's something like you can get denied for credit and a whole bunch of other slew of things, right? So here's the address. Make sure you screenshot this because this is something you're gonna definitely need. Okay. So what you'll send to them is you can type a letter or you can write a letter to them stating what your previous business name is or your current business name is and what you would like to change it to. Make sure you have it correct. Okay. You're not going to need to put any LLCs or NICs or CO or anything like that. Just put your business name, just like how you have it registered, right? And then you want to make sure you sign that form, okay? You as the business owner or the authorized individual have to sign the form. Mail it off, and I would mail it certified mail so that you can track it and make sure they got it so that there's no miscommunication with you and the IRS, right? So make sure you put the address in just like so. Send it certified mail. You're going to pay a few bucks or maybe a couple cents more and mail this off to the IRS, okay? You can call the main number and ask them if they've received it after they've gotten it, but you do know that we are considered in COVID and their mailroom is super backed up, so it may take a while. Another thing is you should try to aim to change your name during tax season so that it goes electronically with your taxes, and then boom, instantly you got your solution handled for you, right? Okay, so next. Now, in some situations, a name change may require a new EIN or a final tax return. So for instance, if you need to change your business name, depending on the type of business you have and what you're doing in the business and how you tax elected it, you may need to just get a whole new name and a whole new EIN. And then you'll have to file your final tax return with the old one. But no worries. If you're a little confused right now, you won't be by the end of this video. So let's get into it. Sole proprietors. This is what you'll need if you want to change, you will need a new EIN if these steps. You file bankruptcy, Chapter 7 or Chapter 11 of the bankruptcy code, okay? You need a new EIN if you decide to incorporate. So we already know that I'm against sole proprietorship. It's just don't give you enough perks. It's like pointless to even have a business. You are the business. Let's just start there. And you don't really get a lot of perks as a sole proprietor, but if that works for you, it works for you. Okay, so the next one that you'll need a new EIN if you are already a sole proprietor and you decide to go partnership with your business, okay? And you decide to operate as a partnership, you'll need a new EIN. And then lastly, if you are establishing a pension or profit sharing or retirement plan for your business, you're going to need an EIN because now you are not considered a sole proprietor. You are actually working as a full-fledged business, okay? Now, here's an instance where you do not need an EIN. Do not, okay? You don't. So you just changing the name. That's all you're doing. You're just changing the name, or you're changing locations, or you're adding additional locations, or you're operating in different or multiple businesses. You don't need a new EIN. Just change the name and you're good to go. Okay. Corporations. One of my faves. A lot of people don't like it because they swear you're double taxed, but that's because they don't know the tax rules. But if you're willing to learn, I'm going to put some information in the comment section of this video where you can contact me if you are looking for someone to help you with taxes. And I'm that gal. But anyway, let's get back to these steps. Corporations. You need a new EIN if you are a subsidiary of a corporation and currently use the parent's corporate EIN. You become a subsidiary of a corporation. The corporation becomes a partnership or it reverts to a sole proprietorship. You create a new corporation after a statutory merger, or you receive a new corporate charter. Okay, so these are the reasons that if you want to just change the business name and you fall in these categories, you need a new EIN. All right, you do not need a new EIN if you are a division of a corporation. You ever heard of the umbrella method? Yeah, this is one of them. Okay. After a corporate merger, the surviving corporation uses its EIN. So say for instance, your company merged with another company, but it's like they basically bought you out. So yours go bye-bye and they keep theirs, okay? Because they keep the name, they're just merging you over. And then a corporation declares bankruptcy. So any company that decides to go bankrupt, hang it up. You don't need it. You don't need a new EIN, okay? Your business name changes. No. You just let them know, hey, we're a new name now. You elect to be taxed as an S Corp. Of course not. It's just your tax election. No need to get all dramatic. After reorganization, you only change identity, form, or place of organization. Nope. You don't need a new EIN. And then the last thing is a corporation is sold and the assets, liabilities, and charters are obtained by the buyer. You do not need to change your EIN. So selling corporations to someone else, you just give them everything. Okay? Now, you may change your business name using you may change your business name when you file your taxes with your CPA, your accountant, or your tax preparer on the Form 1120, page 1, line E, box 3, or the Form 1120-S, page 1, line H, box 2. Or just mail the statement of correction and sign it to the address on this slide here. Okay, remember, screenshot this. Okay, next thing, partnerships. This is when you'll need a new EIN. If you decide to incorporate, so you're no longer going to act as a partnership, but you're going to incorporate the company. If one partner takes over and operate as a sole proprietorship, so you guys decide to not do partnership anymore and they're going to go ahead and just operate the business as themselves, you're going to need a new EIN. All right. The partnership is terminated. No part of any business, financial operation, or venture of the partnership continues to be carried on by any of its partners in partnership. Okay, and then you decide to form a new partnership with someone else. You're going to need a new EIN because now you just switched up partners. Okay, you will not need a new EIN if you don't. You will not. Okay. If the partnership declares bankruptcy, if the partnership name changes, if the location of the partnership changes, or you guys add new locations, and then the partnership terminates under IRC section 708B1B. What is IRC section 708B1B? Well, here it is. A partnership shall be considered terminated if within a 12-month period there is a sale or exchange of at least half of the total interest in partnership capital and profits to another partner. If the purchaser and remaining partners immediately contribute the properties to a new partnership, they can retain the EIN. The original EIN. Okay? Now, again, you may change your business name when you file your taxes with your CPA, accountant, or tax preparer, whomever handles your taxes, using the Form 1065, page 1, line G, box 3. Or you can mail the statement of correction and sign it to the address on the slide that I'm showing next. And here it is again. Let me go back. Here it is again. There we go. The IRS address to stop 6055 Kansas City, Missouri 64999 is the zip. Make sure you send it off directly to them. Make sure you sign the paperwork after you write or type the letter stating that you're changing the address. Okay? Now, estates. This is huge. Okay. You will need a new EIN if a trust is created with estate funds. Such a trust is not simply a continuation of the state. Okay? And then you will need a new EIN if you represent an estate that operates a business after the owner's death. Okay? You do not need to get a new EIN if the administrator, the personal representative, or the executor changes. So you can change who's in charge, and you don't have to change your EIN. Or the beneficiaries of an estate change. So say for instance someone married and they put those children that married in the family inside of the estate, and then they decide to divorce and they're like, you know what, I'm cutting the kids off too. That's so bold. That's so bold? Like, where's the love? But anyway, the beneficiaries of an estate change, you do not have to change the EIN. Okay? And now the trust. Since we're talking about estates and it gives you an option to switch over to a trust, you will need a new EIN if a trust changes to an estate. So if they crisscross or switching all of that, whichever way, yeah, You need a new EIN number. That's just it. Okay, a living inter vivos trust changes to a testamentary trust, or the revocable trust changes to irrevocable trust, or vice versa, right? So, in case you want to know what the inter vivos is, it's a Latin word for alive, while alive, or being between the living. So these people are still living, they just have trust. Okay? Now, trust, this is if you do not need to change your EIN. And this is if you don't need it. So the trustee changes to an estate, the guarantor or beneficiary changes his or her name or address. So someone gets married or move address, you don't have to get a new EIN. Or the trustee decides to change the type of estate that they have. You don't need a new EIN. Okay? Let me leave you guys with a quick note. So for the multiple trusts, so you're going to need separate EINs if one person it has multiple trusts. Now, for example, if you have a trust for each grandchild, each trust must have a separate EIN and file a separate tax return. However, if your grandmother has one single trust, but she puts all her grandchildren under that one trust as a beneficiary, she only needs one EIN. Okay? So I hope this was good for you. I hope you guys took notes. If not, go ahead and replay. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with some more tips, tax knowledge. I'm going to also start throwing in some credit and business information as well, because this is what I do. I teach wealth. So if you want to know more information all about business, all about taxes, all about credit, learning these forms and more, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell. So turn that bell on so you can know whenever I drop a new video, you get the content first. All right. Any questions you have, go ahead and put that in the comment section and I will try to answer them. All right. Peace.